Hello, I'm Francesca, and this is your weekly relationship forecast for the week of July 7th through the 13th. And holy cats, there's all sorts of planetary action going on. And in my perspective, it's all really, really good. So without further ado, let's dive in to the yummy forecast. So the card that I picked as a focal point is the Diamond Dreamer with interestingly enough, it's a number 6, and 6 is the number of the planet Venus, which is all about prosperity, money, love, beauty, etc. And the message of this beautiful card is about wealth and prosperity. So this week of July 7th through the 13th is pumped, it's primed. And so I'm going to go into a little more detail here. So, first thing I want to mention is to really trust your intuition this week. July is a month that is almost like new beginnings. There's a very positive buzz in the air. We have the Sirius Gateway, and that is really like amplifying our tuition, etc. And so really trust your instincts, your intuition this week because they are going to be heightened. So get out of your head, get more into like your heart space, your gut. And if it feels like a yes, do it. If it feels like a no, even if there's a hesitation, just take a moment and pause, sit with it. You don't have to rush forward if something doesn't feel right or good or amazing. So that said, if you're single, looking to mingle, or not single, not looking to mingle, so pretty much for everybody, because your primary relationship is always with yourself. This week, there is something about either a project coming to fruition that you're seeing now in the physical. So this card really is representing that what you have been working on in the unseen, in the higher realms, in other dimensions, is now showing up in the 3D, in the physical. And so I feel like there is something, a project that you may be working on, or even if it's something like buying a house or a car or something, that this week there's going to be tangible, obvious, physical, 3D, something showing up for you. Or if you're not finishing a project, it could be a new opportunity coming up that maybe you didn't see coming or you thought might be farther down the road, and it's here. So green light from the universe, take action, all amazing, great things. If you are dating, once again, lots of opportunities, very positive energy this week. And as I tuned in, there was a piece of maybe some leftover feeling of perhaps disillusionment, disappointment. And so have some compassion for yourself if that comes up for you. It may not resonate. Once again, take what resonates, leave the rest. You trust yourself, let your own intuition guide you. But if for whatever reason some of those feelings come up, or even if around a project, um give yourself grace, give yourself compassion, recognize that you have been through a lot, and many things as we are on this journey on earth don't work out, or don't work out the way we would want them to. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of that is prep and getting us ready, helping us cultivate more resilience, more strength, helping us discern even more what we want. Because as we evolve, what we want is going to change a little bit. And so what we want now is probably different from what we wanted 20 years ago, or the frequency is going to be a little bit different. So give yourself grace, give yourself compassion, and just know and trust that all of that was building for like the big finale, right? If you want to think about it as in like a play or something like that, right? You have like all this rising action, the conflict, and then you get to the climax. It's like, wow, that's the amazing turning point. So if you want to think about as July as maybe a turning point for you in some way, shape, or form on some level. It could be spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, but there will be something for you this month and really this week. Something is really going to come into your awareness. And having said that, because this week is all about like starting to see your manifestations in the 3D, get super clear on what you truly want, because maybe it's changed and maybe it's even changed from a month ago, because that's how fast things can move and shift. So clarity, really focusing, but then letting go what it may look like in the 3D. So whether that's with a partner that you're calling in, or with a project, it may show up completely differently than maybe what you had in your mind, but it is exactly what you want. So, for example, maybe you're working on a project or a new aspect of your business, and you had an idea of what it was going to look like, and that's not quite showing up. But then something else shows up and it doesn't look anything like what you thought it was, but it's super fun, it's super joyful, it's super easy. And so it may not dawn on you that that is your manifestation in like come to life, right? In the 3D. And it may take you bouncing those ideas off a confidant, a partner, for them to say, hey, isn't that what you wanted, what you were asking about? And so it may take perhaps an outside perspective to then kind of have the awareness, be like, oh my gosh, I guess it is. That's curious, because it will be so easy that it won't necessarily have some big, like kaboom volcano thing. It'll just be this easy kind of I'm here kind of feel to it. So it may show up differently for everyone, because every person manifests a little differently because of wherever you're from your home planet, where you are in your evolution, and everybody has their own unique coding for manifestation. So now, while there are kind of like universal laws of manifestation, everybody's going to do it just slightly differently. All right. And if you are in relationship, there is lots of like really clear communication this week that I was picking up. Like things just super smooth, positive, clear. If you want to take it to the next level, make it even more harmonious, prime week to do it. And the beauty of the energy this week is that whatever next steps you need to take, you're going to be shown, like you're going to see it. It's going to appear. So you're not going to have to exhaust yourself, perhaps like maybe you did in the past, like, oh, I want to shift this, I want to do it, doing a bunch of research. It's like it'll just show up and you'll be like, oh, that's it. And there'll be this knowingness that you have around, oh, perfect. This is what I'm going to try, or this is what I'm going to do, or this is some new activity that we can incorporate, or whatever it may be. Because like I said, it may show up completely different. for people. And also with that, and going back with the trusting your intuition, pay attention to signs. I feel like signs have really, there's a lot more, and I've seen it in my own life, and I know other friends as well. And I feel like that's even going to pick up even more. So maybe you take you drive a different way, or take the bus, or walk a different way to work, or you try a different store, or whatever it may be. And you look and there's something you're like, oh, and you see the sign that is either a picture of something that you want, it's a word. Um, Maybe notice the animals around you, or insects, or a song that comes on the radio. But there's going to be a lot more, I think, signs kind of guiding you and almost confirming what you are manifesting. All right. Thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure. Let me know in the comments. Oh, and before I forget, I pulled an angel card for a little extra zhuzh this week. And funny, not funny, of course, it is the card of blessing.